Hi guys, Jake Josephs here, and we're just going to talk today about my experience in a UK hospital when you need help for your mental health. It was better than I expected, to be honest. I have been before to hospital for my mental health on a few occasions, and I felt like I was overlooked in the past and not really paid attention to or taken very seriously. But I feel this time around it was a lot different. There was more people involved this time. It wasn't just one nurse. There was at least 5 nurses that were trying to talk to me when I walked in, and all at the reception area. And I thought it was also good that they didn't let me leave the hospital when I felt like I wanted to leave. I started to get a bit too stressed out with the fact I was just in this small room at the end of a hallway, and I was getting a bit frustrated with that, so I just wanted to leave, and they refused to let me leave, and they were very calm about it and respectful, as you saw on the video. They informed me that they would have to phone the police if I did leave because they'd be worried about my safety and my well-being, to be honest. So I thought that was really good of them, and to be honest, they were very calming and it calmed me down, and I didn't feel like I was being judged, and I felt like they did care, so that's a positive. So yeah, I thought the hospital staff handled it very well. It was a little bit confusing at one stage when I first walked into the hospital. Before I booked myself in or spoke to any of the nurses, I was outside the accident and emergency department, and the therapist who I spoke to during the video was outside, and he was actually speaking to me about the reason why I was in the hospital, and he left. And then when I went into the hospital and booked myself in, and they called the therapist to come out to me, it was the same guy who I just spoke to outside the hospital before I booked myself in. So he actually must have, gone back to work and come back out to come and see me. And when he walked into the room, we both realised that it was the same mental health therapist that I'd seen a couple of years ago when I booked myself into hospital, because I was struggling a few years ago too. So he kind of already knew me, and when we walked in it kind of fit together, so we kind of just gelled and started talking right away. And he was just doing his job, and he did it well, to be honest, and he gave me some good advice. He advised CBT. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but you can check that out on Google, and I'm sure there's a few websites on that. I don't know much about it. I've never had CBT, but you got to try it. When you get given new suggestions, they're always worth a try, because you'd be surprised what actually works and what doesn't work. For me, pills don't work for me personally. Now, I would never stand here and advise people to go and take tablets at the doctor's, or to stop taking their tablets, because they do work for people. It's proven that they do work, but for me, it's just not for me personally. I've tried sertraline, I think it's called sertraline, and I've tried mirtazapine, and I don't know, it's not for me, guys. Then it's just not for me. And people do tell me sometimes, go and try some different ones and stuff like that, but personally, like I just said, pills are just not my thing, and I don't judge anybody that takes them or anything like that. I don't hate against them in any way. If they help you, then that is fantastic, but they're just not for me personally. So moving on from that, when I was with the therapist, it was probably 10 minutes at the most, and a couple of minutes was not really even talking about my mental health. It was just, small talk, or, just chatting along. So that's why I edited it down a little bit during the editing process of putting the video up, because you guys don't want to sit there and just listen to random chat. You've come to the channel for content, and I'm going to deliver it, and that's the way it's going to go. So Okay, so I had some comments on the video that I made yesterday, and I can absolutely promise you that video was not staged. I was seriously feeling suicidal. I'm going through a lot in my personal life right now. So, you know, it was not staged at all in any way, and I didn't show anyone's faces apart from my own in that video to protect staff identity. And I just want to clear anything up for anybody that believes it's staged. I do suffer with depression, clinical depression, and I was feeling very depressed during that whole time. And the reason why I do these videos and the reason why I do what I do with this mental health awareness is because this is my coping mechanism. This is the way I cope. So when I do these videos and I'm, you know, writing down mental health poems, or I'm speaking to mental health survivors on my Facebook, or I'm sharing personal stuff, it's all legit and it's all real, and you know, it all comes straight from within. And I understand that I put myself at risk doing that. You know, I'm going to be open to comments and not everybody's going to like the videos, but it's just the way it is, and it was definitely not staged, and that's that. Somebody came in to check my blood pressure, and after that I was left alone in this quiet room for almost 40 minutes. That was the only negative out of this whole thing. Now, if somebody is feeling suicidal, leaving them alone, completely unattended, and not even coming in to check on them it's unbelievable. I don't know what to say about that. I felt like during that time, you know, if there's somebody out there that does suffer with suicidal thoughts and is known to try and act on them, and they were left alone in the room for 40 minutes, come on, what would happen? You know, that was a problem. That's something hospitals may need to address. But at the same time, you know, there's two sides to it, in the fact that hospitals are so short-staffed, and NHS staff and nurses are under so much pressure that, as it is, I've said this time and time again in my videos, that there is not enough support workers to survivors, and it's just basic maths that don't add up. And there's more people that need help than there's people that actually can help, and it's a big problem. So at the same time, there's positives that we can share, because you know, mental health is in the limelight right now. It's a huge deal, and it's been a long time coming. You know, there's all the major sports in the world now are promoting mental health awareness, and most networks out there are doing the same thing with adverts on TV. So there's a lot of things happening. A lot of people are becoming more open about it. A lot of people with, you know, more reach than I have, people who have celebrity status, like football players and you know, artists and all these kind of people, they have you know, a far bigger reach than I do, and it's a good thing for them, because they can reach so many people and help so many people. And when they come out and speak up about their mental health, it's a great thing. I remember when football legend Rio Ferdinand come out and started speaking about his mental health, and it was it really shined some light that, you know, no matter what profession you do in the world, you can suffer with your mental health. Even if you're a celebrity, even if you have a lot of money. So with all that said, guys, I just wanted to review the video I uploaded Wednesday morning. There is going to be a lot more videos coming soon, and watch out for that, guys. You know what to do by now. Hit the bell and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.